93.5 FM SIHRADIO. And yo, we got these special guests in the building. You know, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, you know, because he is the king of Long Island. DC, baby. And we got Jay Victorious in the building.
DC in the building, my guy.
Man, let's talk that talk.
What up, though?
What up, DC?
How
we doing, man?
What's good?
I ain't the king of Long Island, though.
You ain't the king of Long Island?
I'm the Long Island boss, though.
You're the Long Island boss?
Yeah.
So what's, you gotta tell me what the difference is. Come on, explain it to me. You gotta.
Cause the king of Long Island, you know, everybody wants that title, king. You know what I'm saying? But boss of, you know,
they
Long Island boss.
They run ish.
I'm not the boss of Long. I'm a boss in Long Island.
Said I'm a boss in Long Island. Exactly. All right, so let's talk about what you're doing in Long Island.
And
what
I
makes
deal
you
with
the
the
boss?
bosses from Queens. I deal with the bosses from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
the bosses from Harlem. The bosses from whatever.
So what makes you the boss of Long
what's
Island? Because I know you got a lot going on. You sell sneakers, DC Central Station.
No, well, yeah, but I've been selling clothes since '92. You know what I'm saying?
'92.
Since '92, I had my first store in '92.
In Long Island?
In Long Island, Freeport, Long Island.
All right, have you ever went out of Long Island?
Huh?
Have you ever went out of Long Island with your stores?
Nah, but everybody from the boroughs that came to me.
Okay.
What part of Long Island did you originally start in?
Freeport.
Freeport, that's where it all started?
That's
where the king of Long Island started?
Oh, he said, remember he ain't a king, he a boss. You gotta get it right now.
Boston, Long Island.
Nah. You know, a lot of people got that title. I seen a few rappers and stuff talking about they're the king of Long Island, they the rap Long Island. Sit down, man.
With the clothing line, are you still pushing? Do you even have your own clothing line? Being that you sell clothes?
That's one of the announcements I'm going to make today.
All right, go ahead. We're going to make that announcement a little early. But I see you also support other people clothing and brands.
Yeah. I've been supporting all the brands, up-and-coming brands from the beginning. You know what I mean?
So it's not just like, you know, what name brand in your store. You have mostly like independent.
Well, at first, yeah, but when I first started, like I said, I was there when FUBU started. I was there when Carcanine started. I was there when Cross Color started. I saw all of them. I was there on the ground floor with all of them. I was there with Damon when he was working in Red Lobster in Baldwin. So you understand?
Okay, so everybody know you as being a hustler. You know the hustler that you are. What did you start hustling first? Like, what was the first thing that you started hustling? Like,
we on the radio.
Where did
it all start from? It could have been
candy. Now let me stop.
Could have been hustling candy as a baby. You don't know where it started.
Nah.
What kind of candy?
Where did it start?
No, go ahead.
Where did the hustling and the boss up work start from?
No, I'm messing with. Go ahead.
Nah. I actually started as an airbrush artist.
Okay. Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, with shirts.
I started as an
like
airbrush artist.
Oh,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
you was like the shirt kings along
Nah,
sneakers
okay.
Nike them. Those are my boys.
That's
you know what I mean?
Up. That's what's up.
Nike. They, you know, I did graffiti. They well respected in graffiti world.
Remember those days, bro? They had the airbrush, the Air Forces.
The funny thing about it is that when I had my first store in Freeport, Street Gear had their store in Freeport, and they had the store in Hempstead. They had like 5 stores back in the days.
Okay.
And they had a store in Freeport, and then they had brought Shirt Kings out to Freeport in the back of the store. We was like in direct competition with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I have a question. So now that you coming out with your clothing, which stores you looking to put them in, if you have that?
I mean, well. Matter of fact, all right, so since we on that, I'm dropping a clothing line, my first ever clothing line.
Let's get to it.
I ain't gonna tell y'all the name, but because it's coming out. We're gonna start promoting it around Fashion Week.
Oh, that's
this
dope.
year, 2018.
Okay.
And when I debut it, I'm debuting it as its own store. You know what I mean? We're gonna come off the gate with the store. You know what I'm saying?
So like a sort of pop up.
No, a store.
Like a whole store.
Store.
Are you gonna still be selling sneakers out of it?
No, it's just gonna this is gonna be separate from Central Station.
Okay.
Central Station is for everybody, but this is gonna be
your own store,
my own store for my clothing line.
For your clothing line.
Exactly.
That's pretty dope. I'm hoping to see that up in Manhattan too.
So they're gonna come to me. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "Nah, they're gonna come." That's that hustle.
That's that boss talk. If anybody knows Central Station, my store Central Station, all the celebs They came to me.
Well, speaking of celebs, I know that you have a good relationship with Busta Rhymes.
He came to me.
They gotta show
how did that come about?
You know what I'm saying?
How did that come about?
I knew Busta Rhymes. We knew each other since teens, since we was teenagers, before he was Busta Rhymes.
For real?
Yeah,
he from the Dale.
Like
He used
that.
to call himself Chili O Ski.
Shut up. Oh, you giving out secrets. He's giving out secrets. You blow people. We got the exclusive. Hold on, and I caught that on Snap.
Nah, that's what they done.
But I also know that, you definitely cool with the Golden Child, Long Island, Reek the Villain. Shout out to Reek the Villain. Big girl,
out to
boy,
the
boy,
villain,
you already know.
Reek the Villain was signed right there in my store.
See?
Oh, word?
There's a lot of history made up in that store.
Busta, Busta was in my store chilling behind the counter, eating some curry goat. You know what I mean? Reeks walks in, buy a t-shirt, and then his cousin Crack Val's like, yo, Bust, rest in peace, Crack Val. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this is Reek the Villain. And I said, yo, Busta, you gotta hear Reek the Villain. You gotta hear him. Reek just spit like 60 bars for him. And then like the next day, Busta was like, I want to sign him.
So
yo, shout out to Reek, man. That's what's up. You already know.
It's in all his bios and all that, all his interviews, and coming up when he did the XXL.
Definitely not. He definitely always give you shout out. He always show a lot of DC. That's for a fact. Like, you always show love to the hood. Like, you show a lot of artists in the hood, not just from Reek the Villain, from people like Busta Rhymes. I mean, even the up and coming independent artists now, even to your showcases that you have, that I even come out to support at times, because you definitely put on.
Or the dope showcases that he do. Definitely.
So let's jump right into this. Now you do some dope showcases, but I also know besides that you also retired. So before we touch on the retired part, I want to know.
That sounds drastic.
But listen, but now you got a store coming out that's going to be featuring your clothing line, your brand. So obviously you just retired from that, but you went on to bigger and better things. That's all it really was.
Yeah, well, the clothing has been my A1 everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been my bread and butter for my whole life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the showcases, like I started my first store in 92. I did my first show in 94. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because
2 years later.
2 years later.
Right away.
But before that,
he was cooking, bubbling. Hello.
Yeah. I rented out the Hempstead Movie Theater. And it held like 500 people, and we packed it. With all, it was called the Black Youth Expo.
Okay.
You've been getting it since the 90s.
So I was gonna say you've been doing it. They make it seem like this is a new wave. They actually bringing the wave back.
No, they're bringing the wave back.
They bringing the wave
Let's
back.
talk about that
Let's talk about it.
So what made you stop?
No, but wait. Before we even jump into what made you stop, I'm so sorry, Daffy. I wanted to know, like, first of all, how'd you even really get into doing showcases? Like, what was the rules and regulations behind it?
All right, so first of all, I was a rapper.
Okay.
That's number one.
You was a rapper? Yeah. What was your rapper name? Tell everybody.
DC3.
I want to know.
DC.
DC? That was
what that stands for.
DC3 always been my name from day one.
What it stands for? How did you come up with that name?
Well, I started as graffiti. You know what I'm saying? That was my graffiti name, DC3. And I just took it on as the rap name, and I formed a crew called the Destiny Children, which was before the Destiny Child came out. You know what I'm saying? I should have copied that name.
I was getting ready to say, you would have been making some change. I'm just saying.
Hey. So what happened was, when DC3, I was DC3 in the 80s, right? And in the 90s. So when Destiny Child came out, they went from 4 people to 3. So all the kids, everybody started abbreviating it to DC3.
Nice.
You understand?
Yes.
So when I Google my name, DC3, here come Beyonce and I'm like, yo.
Talk about
it. DC3. So I said, all right. DC, the Long Island boss. Call me that.
Okay.
I want to know.
And what's your first showcase wasn't a flop? You telling me that's just right off the bat?
No, my first showcase was 94. It was 500 people there.
Fire.
Black Youth Expo. Matter of fact, Q Morocco, Jamel Howard.
Shout out to Q Morocco. Shout out to Jamel Howard.
That's the Bounty Hunters. That was one of the first groups that I managed. Jamel Howard was one of my artists. Q Morocco, Drastic, my boy Drama. They had a group called the Bounty Hunters, and it was another group called the Rowdy Bunch.
Okay.
And
shout out to them.
All the artists that we had packed this place, and they was about 15, 16.
So let's bring it to 2000s, because in the 90s, obviously you had it back then.
Wait a minute. I gotta say that show My guy Polo Tagalucci was there.
Shout out to Polo.
Oh, wow.
He was like
Polo.
14,
right
in the audience.
Polo Tagger.
And my boy,
Shout out my man Polo.
I don't want to put you on blast, but my boy Colorado G, that did the Long Island Music Awards, he was also in the audience.
Okay.
He was about 15, 16. You understand? So at the end of the day, you know, I was in my 20s then. But you know what I'm saying?
Talk about
did
you
it early.
still look
Do
like
you
you're in
remember
your
your first
20s.
rap? Do you remember your first rap?
Nah.
Do you remember any of your raps from the rapping
When
days?
did you stop
Can you give me
rapping,
a
though?
little bit?
I stopped rapping I stopped rapping in 2000. 2000. I put out an album called the Nassau album in 2000. I sold 3,000 copies in the hood.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But
Hustler.
it had about 33 to 40 artists on there. It was
Okay.
almost like a Dr. Dre, kind of like the Chronic.
That's why he the
I
boss of
produced
Long
every
Island.
song.
Talk about it.
And it had every artist on it. Sony
30
Records came to the Greek Fest.
Okay.
And we had about 5,000 people in the parking lot. You know how Greek Fest was crazy. We performed that album. They offered me a deal. And they said, yo, is this your label? Because they thought it was going to be the new Master P type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was I didn't really understand the business at that time, how it was supposed to. So all the artists that I had on there wasn't signed to me.
Yes.
If they were signed to me, they'd be like, yo,
Caking.
we grab all of these artists like a cash money or type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So half of the artists, some of them got locked up and some of them was nowhere. So they said, we can't put this album out because if we put it out, we can get sued.
Okay.
'Cause everybody got to sign paperwork and all that stuff.
All
so
right.
that didn't
Oh,
happen.
listen, all right, DC. So let's jump right back into it. Should we invest in ourselves or are people born stars?
Okay. Now, of course, all the artists should invest in themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's number one.
Yes.
Now, what I find out is that a lot of artists, right, they come in, they start very humble. You know what I'm saying? Until they feel they get themselves and then someone noticed them at the corner store. Oh, I saw you rapping last night. Or some girl want to give them some, you know, just because they saw him at a show or something. The next thing you know, their head just
swell up.
It just goes to a whole
Which
nother,
head swole up? No, I'm playing your head.
you know, and
Local
then,
select.
Tame
then
yourself,
it goes
girl.
from I'm not paying
You're
for
a freak.
showcases. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that.
I'm popping.
gonna do this. I'm popping. I need comps. I need 10 guests in.
I need
But
2
DC,
bottles of
but
Henny.
I need
what's
2
wrong
bottles.
20 of my
with
people
feeling
want to get it for
yourself?
free.
What's
Ain't
wrong
nothing
with you feeling yourself? What's wrong
Ain't
with
nothing
you
wrong,
being like,
but you
yo,
gotta
I'm not
know
paying.
your limitations, though.
Yeah, you can't
You
be.
have to know the limitations. Like
I
Kanye
agree.
was feeling himself from the beginning, but he knew when he started that he wasn't gonna be. He knew what he was gonna be, but he knew he only could go so far at that point.
So you saying I can't have 2 views on my video and be out here like, yo,
No.
I'm the man, I'm the next hot thing.
No, you can't.
I gotta,
No, you can't.
I gotta
I
have
mean,
100
you can.
views.
You can say it.
All right, so
but you gotta,
when do you feel like they should be able to say this, DC? Seriously,
when they
because
prove it.
That's
and,
a
and
fact.
what's, and
That's
what's
a fact.
proven this? You on the
They gotta
radio,
prove it.
spin, stats.
Yeah, you-
Listen. This is what I'm saying is,
Gotta be out here.
if there's a lot of artists, right, and everything, is no growth in the artists.
Okay.
A lot of artists started a long time ago, and they still do a showcase now, and no one comes out to see them.
Same.
So if you've been rapping for like 10 years and better, and you not packing no showcases, or you're not packing no shows, you got like 40 people coming out for you, you're doing
not
something
doing
wrong. You got to do something different. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you go into these shows, if you can't get on K-Slay, if you can't get on Sway in the Morning, or you can't get on Hot 97 or Power 105 or whatever, then you gotta grind harder. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to be at all these clubs with all the DJs. You're supposed to be
Or
at every showcase you
93.5
can.
FM.
You're supposed to be everywhere that you can go. Now this showcase, this right here, Strong Island Hip Hop, you're supposed to be there
That's a fact.
at GB's. You
That's a
understand?
fact. Shout out to GB's.
Every
Shout out.
Saturday,
And that's-
the
Come
Long
get
Island
y'all
artists
kicks.
supposed to be there because if
sneaker
6ix9ine could be there with Swaggy and all them, y'all could be there.
Shout out to
You understand
DC
what
for
I'm
that
saying?
That's a
one.
fact.
If
That's a
Frank the
fact.
Godson can be there, y'all can be there.
That's a
If
fact.
any of these artists that know can be there, y'all can be there. I don't understand why. Whatever they're asking, whatever it is, you're
Talk
supposed
about
to
it.
be there because this is part of the promotion. GB's is promotion. Swaggy's always there. He's bringing through celebrity after celebrity after celebrity. Why would you not be there? Why would you not participate with that? You're not bigger than these artists.
investing in yourself. How do you do that, DC? Tell the artists out here, if they want to be popping and they want to be dope, how do they start off investing in themselves?
I like that.
You got to invest in yourself by paying for whatever you need to pay for to get where you got to go. You understand what I'm saying?
So whether it's one of DC's showcases
or
so do you,
the radio shows.
So why do artists feel like they don't have to pay for show? I'm sorry to be stuck on showcases, but they feel like they should not have to pay for a showcase.
I don't understand why. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no one's opening up their club for free. That's number one.
Okay.
The bar got to make money. That's number two.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They got light
he
bill,
breaking
phone
it down.
bill, all this
He
other
breaking
stuff.
it
We can
down.
touch
At the
on
end
the bar.
of the day, because at the end of the day, it's like the bartenders want to make money.
Say that
Everybody
again.
there
As a
to make
bartender, I
money.
understand.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
said everybody eats, B.
You can't be there for you can't be there just to show up and then you got two people there and then you're making people you might make the promoter look bad because now it's on the promoter but you book all these artists and then they don't show up and show out like they're supposed to, especially nowadays.
Or when
it's
they
like,
come by themselves, they come like I'm like no disrespect. Well, damn, if you gonna come by yourself, you was better off not even coming.
but I had people even pay and came by themselves.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
Those
I
are
had
the people that's
pay,
investing in themselves.
but I'm saying they paid and they still came by themselves. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But to me, it's not just about the money. I still
But it's about
rather
your-
you
but it's
bring
about-
the
Work
fan
hard.
base
It's about
out.
your fan
That's
base
true.
too.
That
It's
is
about your
true.
fan base.
Listen, if you have no fan base, you have nothing.
Yeah, so you got to grind.
You
get your
understand?
fan
You gotta
base
put
up.
in
You
that
have
pain.
nothing.
You gotta put in that pain.
So that's like one of the things that as an up and coming artist they should start first at, like building a fan base.
See, here's the thing. All these artists, right? They go on SoundCloud for free. They get their man to shoot the video for free.
Yes.
They record the studio off Fruity Loops and their crib 90% for free.
Yeah.
You understand? They promote on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat for free. So then when it comes time to pay something, they don't want to pay nothing. Oh, I got to pay for that. Why I got to pay for that? Funkmaster Flex is doing freestyles on his Facebook, Instagram, a messenger to come on there. He's taking two people to come on there, right? But he's charging people $30 to come on there. So people are like, I'm not paying $30 for that.
Why not?
Wait a
Why
minute.
not?
This is Funkmaster Flex.
Why not? Exactly.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you?
You understand?
But it's
what I'm saying?
also a good look for you in general, and everything that you're doing.
You see, this era, a lot of these artists now, everything is free.
Yeah.
You know
All
what
right,
I'm
so
saying?
even a
Everything
picture.
is internet now.
But even a picture is free. Now, I'm tired of going to events, right? Because, unfortunately, I personally know so many celebrities. I'm just saying now.
sure
And
do.
seeing the pictures of the same people. Yo, shout out to the bro, Jacquay. Yo, was hanging with the bro, Fresher. And I'm looking at them like, dog, you walked up to him and asked for a picture. You
Yes.
almost knocked me over.
problem.
You almost knocked me over, the cootie cat, to get a picture.
Groupie style.
Come on, you don't see that a lot,
Groupie
DC?
style.
I see them in
I
the
see it all
club,
the
strip
day.
club. Let Rick Ross be there. The guys are knocking the females over. Come
Yeah,
on.
push the strippers to the side.
It's
They throw
crazy.
money at Rick Ross before they throw it at the strippers. Nah, I'm not
It's crazy.
I'm pushing it. I'm
Nah,
pushing it.
but it's a lot of artists be on groupie time. They be clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is, because it's like this. Look, Strong Island hip hop has made his name, is definitely one of the most strongest for Long Island, and is strong for the boroughs, because 90% of the time when they do the shows is a lot of the borough artists on there. Fresher came on there, Jacquay been on there. All these artists.
Shout out
and
to 6ix9ine.
And if they feel that
Shout out
they
to
can go,
SIHRADIO. Hello.
and 6ix9ine could go on Strong Island Hip Hop and then turn around and be on the Breakfast Club.
Amen.
Like, come on.
Amen.
Artists come to me from the boroughs, and I was in a couple clubs with GinaBabe, and they come to me and they go, yo, you know GinaBabe? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, can you introduce me? He said, can you introduce me to her, because I have an artist that want to get on her show. You know what I'm saying? And then other artists, these are people not from Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Then other artists be like, oh, that's just GinaBabe. You understand?
No, it's true.
But
It's the
then
difference.
people that don't know her or don't know that she even from Long Island, they're like, yo, she's a personality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be on her show because I see how they're popping. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Right.
a fact.
Also,
Yeah.
I think reason why it's like that in Long Island, and this is just kind of a theory, a little inside theory I've always had.
Because you're a
It's
DJ from Long Island. Go ahead.
It's because everybody knows everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you see each other change, grow up, and then now when
Evolve.
they become something,
Yes.
it's like, I already know. But they don't really understand. Like, it's not that they don't understand. Because they know you, they overlooking the fact of what you're achieving.
But being
Know what
a
I'm saying?
DJ from Long Island, Daffy, do you feel like you get a lot of bookings from Long Island, or most of your bookings are outside?
Most of my bookings are like outside Long Island, and that's only because the transition I made. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me as a dancehall DJ.
Okay.
So I made the transition to urban music, and that's when a lot of my bookings came from, like Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan.
But it's like
upstate.
we have a strong team right here. We got
Strong.
DC, Jay Victorious, who supports like crazy. You have DJ Daffy, who's a well-known actor from Money and Violence,
Exactly.
and a DJ from Long Island. You have a radio person now sitting right in your lap, OhGeniaBabe.
Exactly.
And I feel like use us. Use us, put us to
fact.
use. This is a power team. You understand? Man,
And
listen.
you got Swaggy right here.
A Swaggy, of
with
course. No,
everybody.
Swaggy's like one of my family.
Don't forget Swaggy.
I didn't want to say nothing, but I was like,
No, I'm sorry. Shout out to
Nah, I'm
Queens,
just
of course.
messing
Shout out to
with
Queens.
y'all.
But I'm just saying on a Long Island tip. Seriously, put us to use, man. All I'm saying is, listen, put us in an Apollo and see what we can do.
I'm gonna tell you
a
this. I remember. I see. DA the Future. Earwax. We was talking about Earwax.
Yes, shout out to DA.
That's my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did one of his first shows with me. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Airwax.
And my thing I'm saying is nothing about Earwax, but it's just with the artists that be there. There's still they've been there 4 years in one location, but it hasn't grown. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at this time, 4 years in one location, they should be so packed in Earwax every Tuesday that you shouldn't be able to get in there. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I feel it should have went from there to there. It should have went bigger.
Yes.
Because the artists that performing there are not growing.
You're not.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So their fan base is still where it's at. But in their head, they feel their fan base is there. Because if you perform the Earwax in 2014 and you perform there in 2018,
And it's
about
still
100
like 2-3
people supposed to be
there.
showing up for
You got that
Earwax.
right. You got that right. But DC, we definitely gonna have you back
We
on the show. We
appreciate you
appreciate you
so
definitely
much
coming
for
down.
coming.
We definitely, shout out to Jay Victorious.
Jay Victorious.
You already know.
Long Island Wiggle.
Yo, this is your girl, OhGeniaBabe.
This is your boy Swaggy.
It's your boy
Quiet
DJ
Storm.
Daffy.
You are now tuned in to 93.5 SIHH Radio. Happy Quiet Storms.
Bang!
Catch us next week. We out.
Every Friday, 12 a.m.